E. Martin in the house. I'm with E. Martin in the house. I'm with my three of my four crazy daughters. There's Shy. Say hey, what's up, Shy? All right, Jasmine, what up, baby girl? And Z Low in the his house. All right, so I'm turning it, and this is their dad. I don't know how this is gonna work out, but anyway, we are at the Cheesecake Factory, putting it in, and I don't get to hang out with these sisters too often because they all grown now. And they don't like hanging out with me like they did when they was little.
That is not the
so
that is not the reason.
That's not the reason.
Do not be lying to the internet like that.
Y'all ain't grown.
Well, we
Not
are
true.
grown, but not too grown for you.
Not too grown for your dad. All right, well, that makes me feel better. All right, we gonna put it away though, ladies? We're gonna put it in? All right. I love you all, and I just wanted to holler at you. Peace. Good morning, Millennials and Gen Z. Welcome back to another live stream. It is Thanksgiving Day. I'm praying for you, praying for your families, praying for your friends, praying that all is well today. Everyone's safe and blessed. All right, Millennials and Gen Z, we're here for another live stream. Sharing my wisdom podcast with Uncle E. Yes, I am live streaming every day this week because the brother has time. And I'm bringing to you different live streams, sharing my wisdom, Millennials and Gen Z. All right, mi amigos and amigas, bienvenidos aquí. ¿Cómo te sientes hoy? ¿Qué pasó? Gracias. All right, we're back for another live stream. And what we're going to be talking about today, Millennials and Gen Z, we're going to be talking about integrity. What is integrity? Let's take a look at the word integrity. We're going to look at it. Let me pull it up here for you. Let me get it right. We're going to look at the dictionary version of integrity. Let's see here. What is the dictionary version? Let me get it up here. Okay. Let me blow it up. Okay. Integrity. Firm adherence to a code of especially moral or artistic value. Read that again. Firm adherence to a code of especially moral or artistic value. Incorruptibility. Incorruptibility. Okay. So I'm back. All right. So when we talk about integrity, right? The world lacks a lot of integrity today. A lot of humans prefer not to be integral. And it's a problem. It really, really is a problem because, you know, when you go to social media, platforms, you see pretty much anything and everything going on. And it just doesn't appear that there's just a lot of integrity in the world. You know, people could be bought and sold at the dime or at the drop of a hat. And, you know, a lot of folks, a lot of humans just don't take accountability and they don't hold themselves accountable. So integrity, I believe, is huge. Integrity can either make you or break you as a human being, I believe. And to be integral means that you're going to stand out from everybody else because everybody doesn't have integrity. They just don't. I am a United States Marine Corps veteran, and I've lived my life being integral and having integrity. And all I have is my word. And when I give you my word, that's all that I have. I don't break my word for anyone or anything. Never have, never will. So, you know, it's a challenge for a lot of people. Being integral and having integrity, it's a challenge for a lot of folks. So I put together a video. It's about 30 minutes long. We're going to be looking at integrity. It's, once again, from TikTok, my library of education. Because TikTok, for some reason, I apologize. I'm having internet issues, so I appear to be freezing. Hopefully, this live stream, I won't be freezing a lot, but I'm having internet issues, so I apologize, Millennials and Gen Z. Just giving you a heads up. I appear to be freezing. I'm going in and out. Let me see. Yeah. So hopefully, it won't be too bad, and we'll get through this live stream. Before we get to the video, I want to go into my YouTube channel, Share My Wisdom podcast, and I want to share with you, let me make this right, my ebooks. Okay, this is my YouTube channel, Share My Wisdom podcast with Uncle E. Hopefully I'm not still freezing, but it appears that I am. So I apologize, Millennials and Gen Z. I'll try to troubleshoot it as we go through this live stream. And Share My Wisdom podcast with Uncle E. If you go to more, click on here. And then you go down to Share My Wisdom podcast ebooks. Okay, let me make sure we're there. Yes, we are. These are my ebooks that I sell. They're $7 a piece. I've written 23 ebooks. $7 a piece, or you could buy all 22 of them for $100. This one right here, Daddy's Girls, A Father's How-To in Building Lifelong Relationships with Our Daughters. I use this ebook with my other YouTube channel, Grow Dad YouTube channel. And it's actually, I self-published that book. It's available at Amazon.com in paperback. That's for $15. So I don't sell that with my other ebooks, but feel free to purchase it if you're interested. Okay. So let's just take a look at my ebooks here. We'll just go down and check them out. These are all my ebooks. And like I said, I use them. They go hand in hand with Sharing My Wisdom podcast with Uncle E. And the good ebooks. So I am doing a live stream. I am doing live streams on each and every one of these ebooks. So I feel good about it. Okay, let me get out of this. Let me see. Okay, we're back. So, Millennials and Gen Z, let's take a look at integrity and what it means to be integral, right? Because it's a challenge for most humans. It just is. So let's jump into this video, Millennials and Gen Z, and then we'll come back and I'll give you my wisdom on it a little bit further, a little bit deeper. Let me get this set up, Millennials and Gen Z. Okay. Make sure this is good. Okay, let me go to share my screen. Okay, Millennials and Gen Z, hopefully this video is not going to be freezing throughout, but I'm still experiencing internet issues, and I will try my best to troubleshoot as we do it, okay? All right, this video, it's almost 30 minutes long, okay? It's on integrity. Let's get it.
Do the right thing first in everything. And when you say ethics, it's such a big and strong word. It's like, it's not just don't lie, don't cheat, don't steal. It's way beyond that. Ethics is like integrity. And when you build a product, build your product with integrity. When you hire people with integrity. When you fire people, fire them with integrity. When you have a culture and a mission, build it based on integrity. When you deal with your customers, do it with integrity. Like all of these things you need integrity with. And if you just do it right, long term, it will always win. Long term, it will always work. But short term, you might have some pain, you might have some suffering, and you might sacrifice some things that are really appealing in that moment. But long term, they won't do anything for you. Stop compromising because something is the easier way out. Just do it right the first time.
Here's the thing about integrity. Integrity is doing the right thing when no one's looking. You're always fucking looking. You are always looking. So it's very easy to get complacent in that and say, you know what? I'm not going to do this. I'm the only one who knows that I'm not doing this. So what? Okay. That's not how integrity works. Integrity is doing everything you need to do in your power in order to keep your word to yourself or to others. You can't keep your word to others if you can't keep your word to yourself.
A man's true worth is not measured by his possessions, but by the integrity that governs his actions and decisions. A man's true value isn't about the things he owns, but about how honest and principled he is in his actions and decisions. He knows that possessions don't make him worthy. It's his commitment to being truthful and doing what's right that truly counts. In all his choices, big or small, he sticks to his principles of honesty and morality. By living with integrity, he earns the respect and admiration of others.
Many workplace cultures have become toxic because as leaders, We are not imposing consequences for bad behavior. We're conflict averse, or we just want to go with the flow, and that is not okay. As a leader, you must show up with integrity and do not compromise. Speak your truth, not just for yourself, but for others, especially those who can't. That's your obligation. More than what you say, how you behave speaks volumes. This is more than being just about you. If you are truly in alignment with your values, you will likely be doing what is best, not just for yourself, but for others. This is how we as a civilization break old patterns and paradigms, by not allowing what doesn't serve us to continue, by offering another way that is for the good of all.
I want you to know that the higher your level of integrity is, because a lot of people don't talk about integrity, but integrity ranks really high when it comes to your energy. I'm telling you. So the higher your level of integrity, the more you do the right thing in this life, the purer your intentions are, the more protected you will be. The universe will protect you at all costs. So I'll give you an example. Let's say that you don't talk behind people's backs. I mean, we've all done that at some point, but let's say you don't talk behind people's backs and you want to be a good person and someone else is talking behind your back. They are going to suffer for doing that. Because if you were talking behind people's backs and they were doing that, it would kind of cancel each other out. But because you're not doing that, your level of integrity is like an energy that radiates and holds them accountable. And this is why they can feel like shit after they talk behind your back. This is why I have felt like shit in the past when I would talk behind people's back, because the purer you become, the more you suffer when you do something that's out of integrity. Okay. And why is this so important? If someone steals from you, if someone does you wrong, let it go, because you will always be compensated, or your belongings will always be replaced tenfold if someone does you wrong, and they're going to have to deal with that karma, truly. So this is why I'm really big on integrity. Try not to talk behind people's backs. If you do, forgive yourself, say you're sorry, right? And learn from it, grow from it, don't do it again. But that's why I'm so big on integrity, because it's almost like you have this invisible protective bubble around you everywhere you go. And if people judge you when you walk by them, if they talk behind your back, they will suffer those consequences. I'm telling you.
When you are living with integrity, it means that what you think, what you feel, what you say, and what you do are all in alignment. Integrity grows in you when you live out who you say you are without fear, shame, or defense. With integrity, you stand for what you value. You tell the truth even if the truth is ugly. You do the right thing even if no one is looking. And you do what you say you will do when you say you will do it. And you do not offer excuses when you don't. You tell the truth. Responsibility is integrity's father. Accountability is its mother. Now, to be a good offspring of these parents, honor yourself, honor your time, honor your resources, your gifts, and do the same thing for everyone else.
I'm not a judge or jury, but I can tell you this. He won't sell anybody out to buy his future. And that, my friends, is called integrity. Now that's the stuff leaders should be made of.
To a woman of standards, morals, gonna hold you accountable to your shit that you putting on this table and what you said you're gonna do. She don't give a damn about all the flashy shit that you can put on this table.
Thanks.
She care about what's really deep within you. Where's your integrity? How's your backbone? How you respond under pressure. The rest of the women don't give a damn, because they're going to take whatever because you offer something. Most likely is money.
Yep.
The rest of them don't give a damn about that. Hell, a lot of women that I see out here, for real, that be getting married and being longevity marriage, live a modest life. Nice little cool car, nice house. 2-3 kids, great husband that work his ass off. Everybody cool.
Married 40 years.
40 years.
When you have integrity, you live a peaceful life. When you carry integrity, you don't hide. Many men and women of God cannot stand on a pulpit and tell you the truth because they are doing things behind the scenes. They have extracurricular activities. They are doing certain things that they should not be doing. But you will end up being exposed. And so all the time, you are inching and tipping and toeing. But when you live an integral life, when you live a life where your mind is sound, when you live a life where in your business you are integral, you don't charge one person one price here and then charge the next person here with low quality, then you know that your business will stand. When you carry integrity in your marriage, you know that when your husband or when your wife is not there, you will not end up with a work husband or a work wife because they are not there. When you are integral, you don't even allow someone to come in between you and your spouse. When you are integral at school, you study so well, and the Holy Spirit does his part by helping you. And so there's no need to cheat. Some of you think that the enemy is after you. It's your unintegrity that is after you. And so you must pray that, Lord, empower me with this strength. Empower me to withstand the test of time. Because unless you are tested and tried, you will never have something of your own. And so we say this to our people who are getting married all the time. Until the issue comes and we see how integral your husband really is, until we see how integral your wife really is, to see how they handle attack, that is when we can say that this marriage will stand. And so marriage counseling is just to do the preliminary. The real work comes in the first time you guys get into a real argument. That is when we see. In the area of your business, many of you don't thrive in it because you want to give low quality service, but you want to charge high prices. That's unintegrity if you did not know. Cheating in school is unintegral. Even in this walk with Christ, even in this church, you know something is wrong and you are causing a division. The Bible says one thing that God hates is a person who divides and conquers. You will die quickly. And this is not from the prophet's mouth. This is the word of God. He does not like someone who divides and conquers. That is unintegrity at its highest level. And so even in the midst of your friendships and your relationships, this is something that you need to pray for. That when someone is telling you that someone did wrong, instead of being a peacemaker and saying, let us find a way to resolve this, there's no reason why you and brother X should be at odds with one another. In fact, we throw more fuel to the fire. That is all unintegrity. Those are practical things. And so if you don't know why you should be praying for it, unintegral people are people who cause havoc all the time.
To be successful at anything, the truth is you don't have to be special. You just have to be what most people aren't. Consistent, determined, and willing to work for it. No shortcuts, integrity, purpose, determination, and discipline that it takes to be a champion in life.
A man who keeps his promise, he keeps his word, to me is a solid human being. If you don't keep your promise, then what are you really? Your promise, your word is your reputation, and your reputation precedes you anywhere you go.
Don't lose yourself in the pursuit of the trappings of success. I've actually watched people who started out as seemingly upstanding, trustworthy, even religious and faithful people turn into dubious characters, traitors, because they succumb to the lure of money and power, believing that you have to emulate others in power to have it. they effectively sold their souls instead of staying in integrity and offering a new model of what leadership, influence, and success can look like. Blind ambition may lead to short-term gains, but a more mindful and balanced approach can lead to sustained personal and professional fulfillment. Don't lose yourself in the pursuit of the trappings of success. I've actually watched people who started out as seemingly upstanding, trustworthy, even religious and faithful people turn into dubious characters, traitors, because they succumb to the lure of money and power, believing that you have to emulate others in power to have it. They effectively sold their souls instead of staying in integrity and offering a new model of what leadership, influence, and success can look like. Blind ambition may lead to short-term gains, but a more mindful and balanced approach can lead to sustained personal and professional fulfillment.
There is some absolutely beautiful things in this world. And some of you aren't ready for it. There are some things in this world that'll make your heart feel like it's gonna thump out of your chest, give you butterflies, leave you awestruck, catch you completely off guard, like a beautiful sunrise that you wish you could hold on to, that you wish you could touch, that you wish you could savor, capture it, keep it. Listen carefully. And yet, that sunrise is only supposed to be appreciated for the moment. You're not supposed to keep it. You're supposed to see it and then let it go and then move on. Sure as shit, not something that you're supposed to touch. Leave it alone. And yet, some of you think that everything that is beautiful that comes into your life, or everything that feels good, is for you to keep, is for you to savor, or is for you to touch. Don't do it. And unfortunately, you're going to mess around and break your moral compass. You're going to compromise your values. You're going to compromise your relationship, your children, your peace, your serenity, your sleep at night. Because there's nothing in life like laying your head down on the pillow, knowing that you did the next right thing and the next right thing, and that you have a clear conscience, and that you didn't hurt anyone that you love, and that you didn't hurt yourself. You see, self-discipline is not just about engaging in behaviors that you know you're supposed to engage in. It's also about refraining from engaging in behaviors that you know you're not supposed to engage in. It's about foregoing instant gratification. It's about sacrificing integrity. Not everything that's beautiful, that makes your heart thump, is something that you're supposed to keep, is something that you're supposed to touch, is something that you're supposed to partake, is something that you're supposed to savor. Sometimes you have to forego instant gratification. You have to sacrifice. Make sure that you're living true to your own values, that your moral compass is not broken. Otherwise, you're going to invite guilt, shame. You're going to sacrifice your relationship or hurt people that you love, including yourself. Timber approves this message.
Integrity. Integrity is so important because integrity is the foundation that life is built on. Your integrity. What does it say about you? What type of character do you have? Are you wishy-washy? Can you easily be pushed away from the right decision? Are you different in different situations with people? In front of one person, are you one way? And in front of another person, are you another way? You see, in life, you'll be known by what you do.
Have integrity. This means staying true to your fucking principles. No one trusts a man who won't act according to his values. Having integrity shows you are honest, reliable, and dependable. If you want respect in this fucking life, you need to have integrity. It means stay true to your fucking principles. No one's gonna respect you or rely on you or trust you if you aren't acting according to your fucking values that you embrace in the first place. A lack of integrity shows that you are not honest, you are not reliable, and no one can depend on you. So wake the fuck up. If you say you're gonna do something, do it. If you commit to something, follow through.
Here are 3 signs you have integrity. Number 1, your actions match your words. You do what you say you're going to do, and people trust you when you say you're going to get something done. That's exactly what you do. Number 2, you make your decisions from a clear set of values and ethics, and you will not compromise your morals. And number 3, you own the consequences of your own decisions. You take responsibility for your own actions and mistakes, and you hold yourself accountable.
Whenever people think of integrity, they usually only think about honesty. And honesty is absolutely a part of integrity. I'm not going to dispute that. But when you have integrity, what happens is you become less concerned about the opinions of others and more concerned with just simply being able to lay your head on your pillow at night and say to yourself, I am a good man, and actually feel that way. You're not necessarily afraid to let people down all the time. You're more afraid of not being able to live with yourself, not being able to look yourself in the mirror. It means you're good at telling ugly truths instead of sweet lies, instead of the things that you know people would like to hear, or you know that would cause people to have a better opinion towards you. You're more willing to just tell the truth as it is, without any doctoring or twisting or turning, just letting the truth be the truth. And whatever results come with that, it is what it is.
If you are in a relationship, do not use me as a scapegoat to cheat, because I won't be. I just don't agree with it. And I feel that if you want to be out here in these streets, then be out here in these streets. There's nothing wrong with that. If you want to be in a poly relationship, be in a poly relationship, but don't tell someone that you are faithful and then turn around and do something conniving or do something that really breaks that trust. And also, it makes it difficult for me to trust you in any capacity, friendship, business, anything. Because if you're going to do that to someone that you pillow talk with, what will you do to me?
There's 3 things about integrity everybody should know. Number 1, integrity cannot be partial. If you have integrity, you must stand for what you believe and own the life that comes with it. Not 30%, not 70%, give 100% all the time. And number 2, your integrity is a representation of your character. You can show who you are by what you're willing to do or what you're not willing to do. But the choice is yours, so choose your character wisely. And number 3, integrity shines brighter in the dark. If you stand for something, act on it, even when no one is looking. And even when people are watching, act as if they aren't. That is true integrity.
It's not just about money. I've said no to so much. Does it contribute to my spirit? Will it make my family proud? Is it integral? Does it fit my morals? Am I compromising? If those things are starting to have a red flag, I have to say no.
Integrity is when you can be honest with yourself about what you truly value in life. Because anywhere in your life that you're struggling or you're not leveling up or there is heartache, you're out of integrity. I'm going to say that again. Anywhere in your life where you're struggling, you are out of integrity, which means you are not acting consistent with your values. You are letting your emotions take over. You are letting your people pleasing take over. You are letting your insecurities take over. You're struggling in this because you know you're not respecting yourself. That's exactly what integrity means.
All right, family, time for a quick check-in. Let's do 7 undeniable signs of self-integrity. Let's get into it. Number 1, you keep your own word with yourself as well as others. Number 2, you don't make excuses for broken promises. Instead, you make a change. Number 3, you're the same person in public as you are behind closed doors. Number 4, you don't act from a place of desperation. Instead, you act from a place of morals. That's right. Number 5, you don't do things simply because they're normalized by society. Yeah. Number 6, you have higher standards for yourself than anyone else. And number 7, you're not offended by number 4 and number 5. Yeah. Go.
Really fuck with people who have one of their core values as integrity. When people have a true core value of integrity, that means that in their life, they err on the side of integrity. And what that looks like is when they're in a situation, whether it's a relationship, something with themselves, something with work, whatever, they err on doing the right thing. And I get that we say there's no right or wrong, but like, okay, they err on doing the thing that is out of love and the highest good of everyone involved. Those are the people I fuck with. Those are the people I want in my life. Not aspiring to be in integrity all the time, but like truly are living and breathing that. Like I'm a Leo, I'm a Midwesterner. It's big for me. Those are my people.
Integrity is that thing that's literally tied to creation and purpose. Integrity is that thing that when you're by yourself, that gnaws at you that says, this could be different. Yes. And you're not. Yes. Integrity is that piece that says, I'm tied to something other than just what I want. Mm-hmm. I'm tied to creation itself. It is the thing that says, are you going to live into the person you want to be and also be connected to other human beings that are important to you? But sometimes what looks like integrity is really intractability, right? Is that I'm steadfast. People mistake those types of things sometimes as integrity when it's really another way around things. Yeah.
Let's talk about integrity. Integrity is one of my number one things. So integrity is not about what you do when everyone's watching. It's about what you do, who you are when no one's watching. And a lot of people really lack integrity in this world. I would say a good 80 to 90% of people lack integrity. And it's sad. Like I've witnessed it firsthand how people present one face, but really behind the scenes or when no one is looking, they are a totally different person, and it's not in a good way. So yeah, just really big on integrity. People really just need to work on themselves or desire to be a better person. They need to work on themselves, and integrity is one of those key components in my opinion, because if you have integrity, even if you mess up, I'm not perfect. I'm human. I mess up. But even if you have that integrity, people can speak to your character. And, you can admit to your mistakes. But when you have no integrity and just blatantly just lying, manipulating, and covering stuff up, or that's just not a good look. So, yes, work on that integrity.
Men with no integrity, bro, they always pick terrible women. The men that can't get it together as far as their woman, somebody that's supposed to be their rib, they two in command, it be integrity. Yeah, you got some money. Yeah, you got your own car. You got a fly-ass whip, fly-ass house or apartment, whatever the hell you staying in. But you ain't got no backbone. You ain't got no integrity. You know what I'm saying? And that's the most important part. You know what I'm saying? Because a true woman the real woman that you looking for, she don't give a damn about money. She knows when your ass get old, this money only going to pay for this crib. It ain't going to wipe your ass like I'm going to do it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So that's what be missing.
Be very weary of how people manipulate you. And one of the key ways that people manipulate you is criticizing you when they're the ones that are disrespecting you.
Integrity is a quality that we cannot declare or demand that others believe that we have. Integrity is something that is assessed via our behavior and our words every single day. 3 ways to assess integrity, or that we don't even realize we are assessing integrity, is whether people are who they say they are. If I claim that I'm generally a really easygoing and mellow person, then I actually need to be a really generally easygoing and mellow person in all settings. But if I claim to be that, or I say that because it sounds good, but ultimately, behind closed doors or in my house when I don't like something, or when I become inconvenienced or disagreed with, I become angry and loud and scary. I'm actually not a really mellow, easygoing person. And my integrity comes into question because I should not claim to be something that I am not. Likewise, if I say, you know, I always apologize, I'm somebody who apologizes easily and without problem. And yet my family members and the people who love me behind the scenes say, I don't know when she's ever apologized. She doesn't apologize at all. In fact, she quickly blame shifts, defends herself, gets angry. Then I'm actually not somebody that easily apologizes. And what happens is my integrity gets called into question because I should not claim to be things that I am not. Another way that integrity is assessed or exposed is whether or not we are the same person in all settings. People with high integrity are predictable. They're dependable. You can trust a person with integrity. You can trust that when you see them, you know what you are getting. You don't worry about what mood they are in or what has happened that day, or whether they're really going to do what they say. And finally, another way to trust integrity, and this is a very common description of integrity, what do we do when nobody is looking? When there won't be consequences for bad choices or inappropriate actions, what do we do? Are we who we say we are? Do we ignore things that are tempting? Or when nobody's looking, do we do things that we wouldn't want other people to know about or that we claim we don't do? Those things call our integrity into question. And we really can't claim to be an integrous person if when behind closed doors, when nobody's looking, we don't make the same choices we do when other people are looking.
Here's hell. Hell is when you get cancer. And then you're bitter and resentful about it, and you make your last 6 months a living fucking nightmare. And so you might say, well, you've got cancer and that sucks. And no doubt it sucks. And maybe it's unfair and probably it is. And maybe even, you know, God and Satan themselves bet against you. You're going to aim up and maintain your dignity and your integrity? Or are you going to take a bad situation and make it into every goddamn nightmare you can possibly imagine? Well, of course you have to aim up no matter what happens to you. And you think, well, that's not fair. It's like, well, it's better than the alternative.
Yeah.
And what does fair have to do with it? What's your choice? You're going to dig a deeper pit? Are you going to have some integrity in the face of life's catastrophe? I think we know the answer to that, because when you meet people who have integrity in the face of catastrophe, you're struck with admiration for them.
Yeah.
Right. So that's your heart speaking, man. It's like, I don't know how you do it, but, you know, I can't help but
being.
Don't lose yourself in the pursuit of the trappings of success. I've actually watched people who started out as seemingly upstanding, trustworthy, even religious and faithful people turn into dubious characters, traitors, because they succumb to the lure of money and power, believing that you have to emulate others in power to have it. They effectively sold their souls instead of staying in integrity and offering a new model of what leadership, influence, and success can look like. Blind ambition may lead to short-term gains, but a more mindful and balanced approach can lead to sustained personal and professional fulfillment.
Y'all be so worried about being with the man that got the most money. But let me tell you something. Being with a man that may not have the most money is not embarrassing or shameful. You know what's embarrassing and shameful? Being with the man with no integrity. Being with the man that other men don't respect. Being with the man that go around owing people money, not giving people their stuff back, lying to people, doing people wrong. That is the most embarrassing man to be with.
All righty, Millennials and Gen Z. I would love to hear your comments about that video. TikTok, for me, it's a library of education. It really, really is. And I'm blown away with the amount of information that humans share personally, professionally. So, I will use TikTok as a means of education because I'm really blown away by what's shared there. So once again, integrity. Integrity is going to help your life become good. Integrity will keep you out of foolishness and nonsense. Integrity will have you looking out for yourself. Integrity will not allow you to screw people over. Integrity will get you to the next level. Integrity, if you don't have it in your life's going to be difficult. It just is. Sharing my wisdom podcast with Uncle E. So just wanted to share that with you today, Millennials and Gen Z, another successful live stream. All Millennials and Gen Z are welcome. I appreciate you. Thank you for participating if you're available. If not, subscribe, like, share, hit the bell. And when I go live, I'll come up. All right, Millennials and Gen Z, I appreciate you. Thank you for being present. And I'll be back in the morning for another live stream. Tomorrow's Friday. Then I'll be doing a live stream on Saturday and Sunday. So feeling good about it. This is a brand new podcast, brand new YouTube channel. I started it in October of 2024. So I'm building it 100% organically. Feeling good about it. All right, Millennials and Gen Z. Until tomorrow, I'm out. Appreciate you. God bless you. Enjoy your Thursday, Turkey Day. Keep your brother in your daily prayers, as I will do the same. Appreciate you. All right, Millennials and Gen Z. God bless you. I'm out. Peace.